Good morning everyone. This is my YouTube channel, the Ielts Insider. So today we will discuss about Ielts Task-2. Ielts Task-2, which is of 6 bands, and the word limit is not less than 250 words. So it can be more words up to 300, but it should not be less than 250 words. So the today's topic is, many people believe that family has a greater influence on child's life and the development than other factors such as friends, television, music, and so on. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? So according to the question, see, whenever we do task 2, there are always two types of statement. One is factual statement, another one is subjective statement. So in factual statement, there is no question asked. There is only a fact which is from many people to so on. So this is only our factual statement, which we always have to rephrase. Second is subjective statement, which is, do you agree or disagree with the statement? In subjective statement, there is always a question asked. So according to the subjective statement, it describes what kind of structure I will have for my writing. So as it is clear from the question, either they are asking, do you agree or do you disagree with the statement? Statement is very clear that majority of the people believe that huge impact on child's development is from their parents, but other factors are friends, television, music, and others have less influence. So majority means domination is from family's influence on life. So either we have to go agree, either we say we disagree with the statement. So according to the subjective statement, my structure will be, first, as obviously we will always write the introduction of the essay. In introduction, what we need to do is, first we will write general line. General line means we will give the background of our essay. So here the background can be bringing up and raising of a child, means importance in the life of the child. Who is more important, family or other factors? And then we have to, second part in our introduction is, we have to rephrase. What is rephrase? Means we have to use synonyms instead of using their same language of the question. If we will use the same language, those lines which we have copied from the question will be underlined, and it will give negative impact in front of the examiner, and also our marks will be deducted. So instead of using the same language like many people believe, we can simply rephrase, or rephrasing while using the synonyms, or we can also make active passive sentences. So we have to rephrase which statement after factual and subjective statement? We have to rephrase factual statement. And then obviously, see, if someone has asked us any question, now here the question is, do you agree and disagree? So obviously I will tell that whether I agree or whether I disagree. So according to that, I will write down that I agree with this ideology, or if I disagree, I disagree with this ideology, and my viewpoints will be discussed in the subsequent paragraphs. So that is called the thesis line, or we can say that answering to the subjective statement, which is very important. See, if in subjective statement they have asked what are the advantages and disadvantages, according to that my thesis line, means answering to the subjective statement, will change. Nextly, after writing the introduction, we have to write body paragraph 1. So obviously whenever we write, even in articles, in newspapers, wherever, there are paragraphs, and minimum 2 paragraphs should be there. So in the first paragraph, what I need to do is, if I have agreed in my introduction, then I will write 1 point for the agreement of the statement. For 1 point, supporting the why I agree with the statement. And if I and in the body paragraph 2, again what I will do, I will write another point for supporting why I agree with the statement. Clear? So for body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, we simply have to follow 3 points. Then we have to first write point, and then we have to explain the point. See, this is very important. Without explanation, if you write like this is done, the major influence on the child's development is of parents, as they spend majority of time with them. Parents act as role models. But if you haven't explained that point, then that point is of no use. Even if you have used vocabulary, or even you have written your opinion in a better language, it will be of no use if you have not written any explanation. So after explanation, the next thing is example. So one paragraph needs to have one example. This is very important in IELTS essay. So same will be followed in BP2, and then conclusion. So conclusion of any essay as well as introduction of any essay should be such that if someone has not even read your introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, but after reading conclusion, he get to know that what you have explained in the entire topic. Similarly, if nobody has read your any body paragraphs and conclusion, so after reading the introduction, he should be very clear that okay, this person is going to write about these things in the essay. So conclusion will simply say that in conclusion, dash and dash are the reasons why you agree. So again, here in conclusion, you need not to write I agree. I have seen number of students which repeat this thing like I agree with the statement. You need not to do that. Instead, you can say I support this statement, I am in favor of this statement. So while writing, before starting to write your task 2 or any kind of essay, you always need to make notes. So if you want to agree, you have to decide it later on. First, you need to just write down the points for agreement as well as for disagree. So for agree, first point can be very simple. See, children, for agree, what does this mean? Agree that I agree that parents have more influence. Okay, I agree with this statement. So as children spend major portion of their time with family members, so since their learning age, since their childhood age till they become adult, especially in India, in many other countries as well, so people they spend time with their parents. So parents have a key role as they act as role models for them, especially in their initial years. You must have seen many children, they copy and imitate the actions of their parents, the way they talk, the way they walk, and whatever parents like have conversation in the surroundings of the children will also will get similar interest as parents. Next point can be, it is the responsibility of parent. It is social and moral responsibility of family members as well as parents, which will shape the personality of a person. See, whatever the character, whatever the personality, whatever the mindset an individual has, it is completely dependent on what is taught by parents to young ones, because young ones are naive, they are in their learning age, they don't know anything about life. So whatever is taught by parents, that is why parents are considered to be more responsible than any other factor. Fine. And third can be it general influence. Even if parents do not contribute much, as those people like parents and children, they act as family, they live together, so obviously their influence will be there on the children. Sorry. Let's now discuss about the points which support to disagree with the statement, in which we will say that I disagree that parents do not have major influence. Instead, television, music, and friends. Friends means their age mates have major influence. So first we will talk about the company. So see, they have already given the example. We can take each example as a point. See, they have talked about friends. Friends means company, age mates, peers. So we can say that youngsters definitely have high tendency of imitating. Imitating means copying. Fine. Copying the actions, the style of their friends. Okay, as this is very much seen in the young age, teenagers, amongst teenagers. So suppose if youngsters are if in any circle of a person, those people are engaged in doing drugs, so obviously this will impact the other individual to do drugs. Along with this, another point can be majority of families. How can families have influence on the youngsters' life? As majority of families these days are dual income groups. Dual income means both parents are working and they have hectic life schedule. They spend 2/3 of their day in their offices or at their workplaces. So they hardly have time to spend time with their children. So parents, families cannot influence the life of youngsters in this present scenario, whatever is seen in the modern society. Third can be, as in the question they have written, television, music, so internet, fine, so on. So internet can be also the point. So obviously, see, if a person has technology, electronical gadgets, they have access to different shows on television, they have different access to music, content on internet. So this intervention means interference of technology, or we can say it in other words, dependency on gadgets, or we can also use the word over dependency. Fine. So over dependency on gadgets. So youngsters have full access and they are not supervised by anybody, as parents are busy in their work. So due to this, they see the content they should not see at their age. So age restricted content is also accessible to them. So this can be seen that, like, for example, many youngsters, they see the reality shows like this Splitsvilla. So all these big boss, like, in which nudity is shown, many series which are not applicable to be seen by the youngster. So all these things put negative influence on the young one. So this is the third point.